Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I've got your first gameplay and overview straight from the dev server for the Leopard 2 PSO. This will be the top dog in the German Grand Tech tree, as you can see, even coming after the 2A5 and 2A6, and it will be, at least as of current, showing us a rank 7 battle rating, 11.7 MBT. Now, that being said, this is pretty much, and I would say it like this is more or less an upgrade over the 2A5 rather than the 2A6. So this vehicle is, again, based on the 2A5. It's got the shorter cannon, as you can see, the L44, same as what the 2A5 has, but this does, of course, have some upgrades and additional weight. So this weighs 67 tons, the 2A5 weighs 59.5, so you're looking at 7.5 tons more of weight. And that comes from a few things. So you're looking at this weapon system up front, or up top, that has an HMG, which is really nice. Something that other Leopard 2s lack, except for the 2K, of course, which has that 20mm autocannon. And you also, more importantly, have this incredible amount of side skirt armor. So you now have composite screens, really thick composite screens along the side of the hull, and fairly thick composite screens along the side of the turret. And you also get some composite screens up front as well in the upper glacis, and also even in front of the track. So these ones aren't as thick. They're only 45mm, but they will help, of course, which is really nice. Now, that being said, these are pretty much going to defend much better against heat FS. As you can see, at around a 90-degree angle, you're looking at 550+ millimeters of armor protection versus heat FS, and also rockets, which is awesome. But of course, in the back, it's not really going to do as much. But when you're looking at an angle, it really jumps up that armor protection. Whereas, let's say on the 2A5, you only have 50mm thick of armor, 100mm there, and none for the most part on the side of the vehicle. So it really makes it a lot thicker. So again, here's the 2A5, and this is the PSO, a lot thicker along the side of the vehicle. Plus, this has 150 more horsepower, which is very nice over the 2A5, which largely makes up for the increased armor, believe it or not. So that being said, it doesn't have any sort of increased internal armor, unfortunately. So this is an external armor package, but it's still very nice. You also have this dozer blade up front. As far as I know, you can't remove it as of yet, at least on the dev server. Now, when it comes to the smaller cannon, you do have slightly less armor pen with the DM53. You have 623mm at most, versus the 2A6 that has 652. It's also around, 80 degrees or 80mm or meters lower muzzle velocity, which makes an impact, but otherwise this is very similar. Now, while most vehicles, of course, at this BR use APF SDS, versus Heat FS, this will be a big boost in protection. And more importantly, I think that this is going to help out, especially versus those early helicopters that have like the S5Ks. This will protect you a lot better than what the 2A5 could do. So it's a pretty impressive armor package, and even the fact that you have these composite screens up front really helps, and that's kind of nice, especially again from those helicopters. But even things like SU-20 or S25Ks or SU-25Ks, SU-25s, the Ts, the 39s, all that. This is all a pretty big upgrade, and you have this HMG to help out versus air targets and lightly armored targets, which you couldn't do before. So overall, a pretty damn big upgrade, and you also have 2 more smoke grenades over the 2A5. So even though it does have a shorter gun than the 2A6, honestly, that 30mm of armor pen isn't going to matter all too much, at least not as of yet in War Thunder. So this thing is pretty much just an upgrade, and the fact that it has that extra horsepower means that you're going to be moving just as fast, just with more armor protection. So that said, let's get into a few matches and test this thing out, but I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, we have some enemies way off there in the distance, around 2,100 meters. Let's see if I can hit them. And I can! Got the driver machine gunner, and that is, of course, a World War II vehicle, which unfortunately, that's going to be about the majority of what we see here in these dev servers. As you can see, pretty much everybody on the enemy team is a bot. That's just kind of how it is. Now, this vehicle, I can already tell, it is pretty much just as quick as the 2A5. I mean, just about. I don't think it's as quick, to be honest with you, but, you know, I'm going 50, right? Like, after not even moving for all too long. This thing is pretty quick in its own right, so I'm not worried about that at all, at its mobility. Got the loader. Can I get an actual kill? Hopefully. Got the kill. Very nice. Against an Abrams. Now, again, the fact that this has a shorter gun, it does have around 30 millimeters, I think, less of armor pen, and it does have a slightly slower amount of muzzle velocity. So it's not really all too much, though. It's like, I think 30, maybe it's like 30 or 50, maybe no, I think it's like 70 meters per second slower muzzle velocity, which will, of course, make a difference. But it's only like 20 or 30 millimeters less of armor pen, which, in reality, does that really matter? I don't think so. You know, I mean, like, of course it will in some instances, I've got no doubt. But, for the most part, and for most situations, it's a negligible amount. You know, it's not really an important amount. Until we start seeing, like, ridiculously heavily armored vehicles and all that, like, I don't really think that's going to impact it all too much. So this vehicle may as well be as combat effective as the 2A6, although with more armor. And of course, I mean, the smaller gun does present other benefits as well. It's a tougher target to hit, meaning that you won't be destroyed, or the cannon won't be destroyed quite as easily as it would be in the 2A6, which is, in my opinion, quite nice. Okay, we have an enemy. Nice. Now, the bots, for whatever, like, they are a lot tougher now, insofar as they will actually hit and damage and also kill you, whereas they used to not do that. So that is something I actually have to watch out for, but probably not all too much. I mean, ultimately, again, that's kind of one of the tragedies of Dev Server, is that these are just more or less World War II or just post-World War II vehicles that are really, really easy to kill, and as such don't really provide too much of a challenge, but they do make it so you're at least shooting at moving targets, which is kind of cool, you know. Okay, got hit. Okay, we have a helicopter. I'm gonna equip my proximity fuse. I doubt I'm gonna hit him. Oh, buddy! I got him! Proximity fuse! There we go! Ha ha ha! Oh, man. Can I get a double kill here? I doubt it. I doubt it. I got a double kill! Woo! Ha ha ha! Yeah, buddy! Oh, man! Coolest Dev Server gameplay in the history of Dev Server right here, guys. You don't need a 2A6 for this. You can kill World War II vehicles at your leisure by yourself. Oh, man, I just freaking blew that guy out of the sky with a freaking proximity fuse. I mean, of course, I get it. You know, like, that's not the rarest thing in the world to occur. But it's still really, really cool. I don't mind it one bit. So, I mean, overall, this vehicle is pretty damn good. You know. Ooh, we have an enemy over here, I think. Not it. No, oh, I got him just after the fact. Let's just do one more match, I guess. So, as I thought I said in the intro, of course, this thing, at least currently, only has Gen 1 thermals, which kind of sucks. Especially considering that this is supposed to be like this really souped-up version of the 2A5. I don't believe the 2A6 has Gen 2 or Gen 3 thermals, which also sucks. But ultimately, this is still, you know, Gen 1 thermals is better than Gen none, as I always like to say, which is a, you know, it's something, if nothing else. So we're going to have some enemies, I feel like, over here. This is a new setup for this map. Okay, here we go. Got the cannon breach and barrel. There we go. He's going to run out of smoke grenades eventually. And there he is. Sorry about this in advance. Oh, he killed himself. No. Well, he J'd out, rather. Whoops. Oh, he just rage quit. My God. This guy was pissed. He was pissed. Wow. Anyway, so this is going to be like the last match. I mean, I think that I was actually able to show this thing off fairly enough in the first match. You know, again, as much as I could, being that this is, of course, Dev Server gameplay. I really don't care about wins and losses here. And we did pretty well, you know, in this. So I was able to show it off enough where if I just have a second match where it just kind of tops it off, so to speak, that should be plenty. So I was trying to aim for the guy in front of him, too. I don't know if that actually happened. That would be pretty cool. Got that kill. I feel like I'm about to die, so does it really matter? I don't know. Got another kill. Ooh, we have someone on the B point. Let's go ahead and throw off some of these smokes. There was someone over there. Can I get the hit blindly? No. Not a big deal, though. Oh, we have a Centurion. Now, again, these guys are deadlier than they used to be. So back in the, in previous dev servers, you would literally be shot in the side of, like, by these tanks. And you would not die. Even if it was like an IS-2, you simply would not die by being shot in the side by it a lot of the time. Not all the time, of course. They could still kill you, but it wasn't really all that common. Nowadays, yeah, it's actually a pretty common facet, unfortunately, of this. And you do actually have to pay mind where you are angled relative to enemy bots. But, of course, I mean, do I really think we're going to lose this? Probably not. Oh, we have an enemy something or the other. Dragon. Oh, wow, he just got protected by that turret he was dragging along. No! And he's still alive? What the poop? Holy guacamole! Ah, man, now I am really starting to show my my mediocrity here. Oh, my. We have someone here, too. Wait, did I just get a double? No, I didn't get a double kill. That would have been cool, though. Anyways, so I am now all out of APF SDS. I'm going to try to cap the B point, although I don't think I'm going to be able to. So I'm just going to prepare for the video to end pretty much here. Nice! Got a kill with Heat FS. Can I kill this guy with the... No, I can just get the track. Not a big deal, though. I'm going to probably just let this guy or something else kill me. So, that being said, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Barring some future combat here, I am all out of ammunition. I've only killed 11 enemies, which is basically 2 shots per enemy, which is not very good. And I also only have proximity fuse shells at this point because of my gross negligence insofar as capping bases is concerned. Whoopsie-daisy. Okay, it looks like this is probably going to be my final kill of the match. So that said, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Oh, wow, I guess we're still playing. Because my team is now capping another base. What's going on with this? Ah. Okay, I got someone to my right. 2 people to my right. Can I get another double kill? I doubt it. That'd be so cool. Okay, I screwed that one up myself. My team is insisting to win, which I guess kind of matters. I guess it does in the dev server. So, I guess some final thoughts here, because it's pretty safe to say that there's no one else really, no humans left on the enemy team barring this guy, and I think he's in an F-16 currently. So, some final thoughts on this vehicle. I think that, this is just a direct upgrade over the, over what we see with the Leopard 2A5. And even the 2A6, this isn't, like, of course it's, it's got the lesser cannon, but the fact that you can actually hide with this cannon is actually pretty nice. I mean, of course, it's not entirely ideal, but it could be worse. What the hell? I can't see anything. But, I mean, it certainly could be worse. This thing is just... It's got still a powerful enough cannon and APF SDS that I really don't think that many people should be worried about it. I mean, this thing is just fantastic. It's just got pretty much better CAS protection, be a good way to put it. It does have Gen 3 thermals for the commander, which is nice. I don't know if we're going to see Gen 3 thermals for the gunner site. They may have been speaking about Gen 3 thermals for the commander site in the dev block, or the dev server, rather. So we'll have to wait and see what actually comes to the actual live server. But thus far, I mean, I like this vehicle a lot more than I like the 2A5, and I really like the 2A5, and of course the 2A6 for that matter. They're both excellent vehicles, and I think that this is just an improvement, because you are not losing out again on any of that mobility. You get pretty much the same mobility in this as you're going to get in the standard 2A5. I mean, if you lose any, it's not really all too much. It's pretty marginal. So I thoroughly think that this is a better vehicle. So that being said, thanks so much for watching. I'm assuming that I'm not going to see any more enemy players here. Maybe that Z19E. If something happens, I'll show you guys. But either way, thanks again, and I'll see you all on the other side. Got 18 kills versus World War II vehicles. Who would have figured? Take care, everyone.